Hello, it is Joanna Shakti, the Soul Love Mentor, and I am so excited to be sharing with you about the Love Library giveaway. And this is an event that I have run for 5 years now. This is the 5th time, and bringing together the best of the best when it comes to love, intimacy, and sexuality. And I am so excited today to be introducing one couple that is contributing to the Love Library giveaway. And they've offered one of the over 30 gifts that you can go to lovelibrarygiveaway.com and download to put into your library. And there are all kinds of things like videos and programs and ebooks and workbooks. So lots of things. And I am going to turn it over to Freddy and Elsbeth and let them introduce themselves to you and tell you about their gift.
Thank you so much. So yeah, we are delighted to be here on with you and in the Love Library and contribute to it, and just a little bit about ourselves.
Yeah, so my name is Freddy Zental Weaver, and this is my partner and beloved Dr. Elsbeth Meuth, and we're founders and directors of Tantra Nova Institute in Chicago. And today we're in California preparing for a workshop, and really great to be here on the cast with you today.
Thank you. I love it. You guys just represent such beauty in the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I think everybody should just know how Freddy actually came to be doing this work, because it's such an unusual story, very different than mine.
Yeah. Well, I was first introduced to the practices we teach now in Hawaii when I was 13 years old, and I was going through my puberty and spending a lot of time in the shower. And my father, who was at the time a practicing psychiatrist, took pity on me and gave me a book to read on sex consciousness and how to integrate meditation and sex practices. And well, I took to it. My girlfriend took to it. I kept practicing and evolving myself. Went to college on athletic scholarship and kept doing workshops and reading after college. I never thought I would teach this, and I was in the software business for a long time and wound up in Chicago, single and looking for Shakti, a female tantra partner online, and I ran across this beautiful Swabian blonde gal next to me.
She's
that was
now gray.
Yeah. That was 18 years ago. So we've been doing this for almost 20 years now together. All over the world. We love it.
Yeah. And I was really looking at that time, that was almost 20 years ago. I was definitely wanting to be with a partner who was either very interested in studying Tantra or already, practicing it. And so here in the second email, he writes me, and by the way, I grew up in a tantric household. Now, how could I have asked for more, I mean, it just came to me. And then within a couple of months, we pulled our resources and decided that we would create Tantra Nova, which of course at that time didn't have the name yet. And I just had completed a certification program to become a Tantra teacher. I was a management consultant. So, out of that into a whole new world of sharing and, contributing to the transformation of how we relate, how we connect with our being, our love, our sexual self, all of it, and bringing about a new future in terms of what it means to be in harmony and co-create in relationship. And so this is what brought us here today.
Yeah.
Wow. I had not heard that full story. I love that. And the magic. This is part of, like, for me and Tantra and that journey and the misconceptions that exist about it, but in this space, like the divine magic that happens through our presence, through our intention, through our being, through our loving. And that's such the story of it. I love that.
Yeah. When you bring consciousness to the sexual, what starts to show up in areas of life that seem completely unrelated to sex are creativity and pleasure. And those are the critical elements of that sexual piece. We call that the systemic intelligence of that life force energy.
I love that. And that feels like the perfect thing to tie into your gift. Because that's what you got. My sense is that's what exactly what your gift talks about.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's an ebook. It's called Love, Intimacy, and Wealth. And it's not only for couples, but it's particularly designed for couples. Uh, and speaking to, you know what, most of us have been struggling in life, which is how do we create intimacy and love versus just falling into it. You know, I mean, while it may feel great when we fall in love and it may last for a week or 2 years, but then it may fizzle out. The hormones, you know, decrease and all of that. And the thing that when I fall in love, I don't know what I did.
Mm.
I cannot replicate it. And given that I was so good at falling in and out of love, but also a lot of suffering in the earlier years of my life, when meeting Freddy, we got very clear that we wanted to create something where we identify the principles and practices of how to create intimacy and love, because then I can sustain it.
Mm.
And so this book has 5 practices that we lay out there. And you can actually, when reading the book, you can start doing some of the practices right then and there. And so it's like a guide. And of
Mm.
course, these practices are also then the ones we build on in our workshops or private retreats.
I love it. That's fantastic because this is the practicality of so many of the gifts that I love in the Love Library is you can start applying it right now. So, and this is juicy and this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys go to lovelibrarygiveaway.com, opt in, go to the download page and download Freddy and Elsbeth's gift and begin to see what magic and pleasure and prosperity begin to show up in your lives. Anything you guys want to say as we close?
It's just a pleasure to be with you and to be invited to be in the Love Library, and you're just beaming and just such a star in the sky.
Yeah, thank you for your work and for having us on, and that we all make it a better world. And for everybody listening, keep being your diamond, and let's all contribute to this beauty that we're in. So thank you so much.
Yes, yes, yes. Here's to love. Here's to pleasure. Namaste, both of you.